So I have a lot of architecture sets, and I think it's about time I start to rank them. So let's take a look at some of the ones in my collection, and we'll see what the top 5 are for me. And number 5 is Las Vegas. I really actually do like this model, even though I put it at number 5, but I only put it at number 5 because of the models that are ahead of it. So let's start off with the Las Vegas sign. Of course, you can see plenty of the different resorts and hotels. It has a good representation with the pyramid. And this is a great hotel. For those who have seen it, it's a great building. Of course, the ginormous spire. And so Las Vegas, it was full of a great deal of different things that happened. There's a train station and a couple other smaller buildings. But I enjoyed especially building the water that is in front of this building. I enjoyed building the water and everything there. I thought it was really good. Of course, Las Vegas sign is except for the actual tile itself, the only printed plate. And I enjoyed putting this model together. I think the sign also is a really good part of this model. And so it's one of my favorite parts of this. Let me scoot this down. There you go. Favorite parts is looking at some of these models. And so let's look at the other ones. Number 4 is Le Tower Eiffel, or the Eiffel Tower. And it is probably one of my favorite models. It's the original one, and I enjoyed the model. You can actually see it's probably falling apart. It's a little bit sun damaged, and I'm really sad that it is. It was that old gray brick, so I knew it was going to be a little bit sun damaged, but over the years, it's one of the first architecture sets that I remember getting, so it has a lot of nostalgia for me, and it needs a little bit of dusting, but it still holds up to me. I feel like it still holds up pretty well, and so let's go on to the number 3. Next up is New York City. You can see automatically the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, and some of the other buildings. I'm not as familiar with some of the buildings that are in New York, but I know this is, I believe, an apartment or a hotel. And yeah, I'm not as familiar with some of the buildings that are in New York, but I will say that I do love the architecture. I love the use of these fin pieces here. And so, no, I think it's great. And let's move on to number 2. Probably the dustiest model I own is Chicago. I need to seriously clean this thing. It's getting bad. But let's take a look. We have some of the buildings, once again, not as familiar. I know I have seen the Spherical Dome, and it's this art installation. But I do love the buildings, but we're running out of time, so let's go on to number 1. For my number 1 model, and arguably probably the most dust on it, is San Francisco. I love the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz below. I love the little bit of terrain build with the amazing buildings behind and the little bit of cars and the houses on the side. Thank you, and subscribe for more.